Hey, give me 1 second, guys. Can y'all say hi? I don't know who's on. I will get started in a second, just giving people a little time to get on. Y'all share. I'm just on for like, I'm gonna just explain a little bit what my brand is doing, and then I'm gonna do some question and answers. I got a few questions in, not many. So I'll just post them questions in the comments, share, tag some people in. I don't really have a topic. Like I said, it's just random questions. We snowed in, so just get whatever you want to say, get it in. I'll do my best to answer them. Keep in mind that everything I say is just opinion. It's my opinion. It's not always facts. Hey, Doula Bean. Girl, nothing. Being bored. Just random questions. I made a post, but then nobody write on a post. So I had a couple people inbox me. So I got those questions on here. So yeah, y'all that's put them questions in the comment screen. The comment screen. Y'all know what I mean. Share, tag some people in that might got some relationship stuff, friendship stuff, anything they want to just randomly ask, so y'all can pick my brain, get my thoughts on stuff. So while you guys are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and don't ask nothing crazy, girl. But let me go ahead and just get started with just what's going on with my brand. So I do have next week, for those who have been seeing the post, those that have liked the actual event page. Next Saturday is my submission event. So I will have a male guest speaker. I got life coach, connection coach, Tabasha Holloman. She'll be there as well. I love her. If y'all follow her, y'all know she come hard. So if you have not, it is a paid event. So it's $10 if you have not paid. Those of you that are in the group, hey, LaDonna. Those of you that are in the group and have not paid, the day of the event, I will just remove you from that group. That way I don't have to create a whole new group for everyone that has paid. It is a link on there, Facebook Pay, that you can pay for the ticket, or you can just send a Cash App to me. Once I get the Cash App, if you're not in the group, I'll add you. So that's that. LaDonna, ask some questions. Share the live, get some people in. Y'all got me for maybe an hour, and then I got to go watch my show. I'm going to Netflix and chill with myself tonight. So that's that. The next thing we got going for our brand, so I will have more paid events coming up. I won't spoil them, but I do got some paid events coming up. I am going to try to get in-person events as well. COVID just kind of got us, all messed up or whatever, but I do know, all of you probably know, B. Sadidi is she on and popping. So I think I'm going to try to get some in-person events at her facility, so we won't have to worry about always just being online. But my online events, they do cost, because again, although I don't have the in-person expenses, I am a brand. This is a brand, it is a business. So my time costs. So that's that with that. And then the next thing is my brand. I do have apparel that I sell. I have body oils that I sell. We're going to be doing books, planners. It's just a bunch of stuff we're going to try to introduce. So I've been really, really overwhelmed and busy with networking and doing behind the scenes stuff. So I do have a website, brandyx.com. I really don't push the website because I don't really like how WordPress is. I'm really trying to find a different website to use. So I haven't pushed the website, but you guys can still order, like look on there and see what I offer. You can order your items through, inbox. So let's get into the questions. I think someone see me. I only have like 5 questions, so get your questions in. Like I said, I'm probably only be on here about an hour because I do want my me time. I love self-care. I love having my me time. I'm a loner, so I'm really refreshed when I'm by myself. But before I get into my questions, okay, let's put Charity's comment on the screen. So what made you start your brand? So I spoke on this a few times, just to speak on it just a little bit more. I started my brand because it started with my divorce. That story, that divorce story, will come, you know, along the lines. I'll be throwing bits and pieces of that particular journey, you know, as you guys follow me and as we go. But it started from my divorce, and I realized that in that process of that divorce, I was not always right in the things that I'd done and the things that I said. Me and him was actually talking recently, and we both realized that we actually were not supposed to be together. So we tried to make something work that shouldn't have happened. So the brand came because, again, it's your training ground. Life is your training ground to learn, grow, and become a better you. That's what our brand is about. And so I realized that men matter too. Men are not always wrong, and women are not always right. So my platform is to get people, especially in the Black community, to heal, and heal enough to where we are conquering these relationships, these friendships, to the point where we are healthy and having flourishing, you know, relationships, flourishing friendships, just flourishing overall. So that's just the start of that. But yeah, guys, get your questions in, get them in, get them in, get them in, because like I said, I only got 5. So if we go through these 5 questions without y'all getting y'all question in, then we're gonna end the live quick, because I already had to force myself on camera. But let's get into, if I could pull it up on the screen. Give me 1 second to get the first question that was sent to me. Okay, so this one was what was my thoughts on forgive and forgiving. And guys, as I put these questions on the screen, and I'm saying what I'm saying in my opinion, I do want you guys to kind of just type in the box, you know, your comments or your thoughts on that particular question as well. You know, maybe we see the same eye to eye, maybe we don't. You guys will say some things that enlighten me as well. So make sure you guys type in, getting them comments out for me, and then for other people that are watching. Okay, so what was my thought on forgive and forgetting? For me, I believe forgiveness is for you. It's never for the other person. So you got to forgive no matter what. In the process of forgiving, I do believe we receive our true healing. So the forgetting part is not really a thing that I'm not going to remember what you did to me. It's always going to be there, but I'm not going to dwell on what you did. Like, it's not going to trigger me if, you know, your name pops up or somebody speaks on you, or I see somebody, you know, shout you out, or I see somebody talking highly of you. It's not going to trigger me because I went through the process of forgiving. And in that process of forgiving, you no longer have control over me and my feelings. You no longer have control over how I respond to you, you know, or what you did. So when you forgive somebody, it's not really that you forgot what they did, but it does not mess with you no more like it used to mess with you. Trying to think, it's like you have to still remember what somebody did because it creates that boundary. Just totally forgetting that somebody, you know, did something that was detrimental to you, that's not life, that's not real life, and that does not happen. So it's not really, you can't really forgive and forget the way some, I guess, religious people try to, you know, throw out there to you. You got to forgive and forget. It's not really forgetting, but again, you definitely have to forgive because it's for you. It's not for the other person. So I know you guys heard that saying, and it's been times where it was recently even said to me with a situation. You can't pour poison or drink poison and then thinking it's going to hurt the other person. You're hurting yourself. So that's what the forgiving part is. And again, when you're going through your healing part and you're forgiving, quote unquote forgetting, it's going to come easy enough to where it doesn't trigger you. Okay, so Charity has another question. Guys, get your questions in. Please get your questions in. It's random Q&A. We don't have a real guideline that we're going by, so I want you guys to just say whatever it is you want to say, and we'll just tackle that. So Charity said, healing while dating. What are your thoughts? Yes, you can use me. Charity, can I pull you on the screen? Let me know if I can pull you on the screen for that one, and then I'll tackle this. If I can pull you on the screen, I'm gonna send the link. Let me know. And anybody else that's on here, if you want to be pulled on the screen, please let me know. I'm gonna put the link in the comment section and you can click it. Yes, Charity, your face. Can I pull you on the screen for that question since you said I could use you? Here, I'm gonna put it in the box, in the comment. Just click into this app. Give us 1 second, guys. I'm trying to pull Charity on the screen for her question. Your face is pretty. Just click the link. I'm sure you're fine. Okay, so while I wait to see if she's going to come on the screen, let me go to my next question that was sent to me. Okay, does sex confirm a relationship? No. Sex does not confirm a relationship. A lot of us, it should be on the comment, Charity. I see it on my end that is posted in the actual comment box. If not, I have to send it to you through Messenger. But no, sex does not confirm a relationship. A lot of us are having casual sex these days. If the relationship is what you want, I don't recommend casual sex because again, sex does not confirm a relationship. Most women, I feel like, and this may, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like women tend to think more that if I have sex with him or a man is, steadily coming back more than once for sex with me, that it means he likes me. It means he wants more with me. It means he's thinking about a possible relationship with me. And that's not true. Sex does not confirm a relationship. So, ladies, if we're the ones, and I'm just speaking to the ladies because I see it so much more in ladies. If I had to do a percentage, I feel like when it comes to sex and thinking you're in a relationship, I would say maybe 90% of women versus the 10% of men feel like if you're having sex with me, and don't don't speak on like all the positions y'all do, all the freaky stuff that come out, all the sex toys and everything that goes on. If you're doing these things with me, I feel like we're in a relationship. That's it. The deal is sealed. And that's not true, ladies. Don't hurt yourself. Don't confuse yourself. Okay, Charity. Okay, but you come. Okay, that's fine if you coming on. I'll just ask the questions that was sent to me until you get on. Guys that are just hopped on, ask your questions in the comment box. We just doing random Q&A on relationships, friendships, mental health, whatever you want to speak on. And I am pulling you guys on the screen if you want to get on the screen. I just kind of like to have that face-to-face reaction or interaction with you guys. So I do have the link in my caption. So once you ask a question, I will politely ask you, do you want to get on the screen? And if you want to be pulled on the screen with me, so just so we can have that face-to-face interaction, the comment to be pulled on my screen, or the link to be pulled onto my screen is in the caption. So for those of you that are joining, Charity asked me a question earlier about healing while dating. So I'm waiting on her to click the link to join onto my screen, so we could talk about that. But yeah, so I mean, how do you guys feel? Am I wrong when I say that about sex? Sex does not confirm a relationship. I mean, what do you guys think on that? Am I tripping? Is there another aspect to that? I mean, what do you think? And Brisha, I see you. You said definitely true. Yeah. And I think most men would probably agree with me on that, especially seeing that most men, I don't even want to say they are built to have casual sex, but they are definitely built different than us. So they don't have those feelings and emotions in something, especially when it comes to sex, like women do. So they can hit and be gone, not think nothing of it. They can probably hit you today and then hit somebody else tomorrow. That's it's kind of bad to say this, and I'm not general. I don't want to generalize all men, but that's mainly how men kind of work. So you definitely got to be, if a relationship is what you want, ladies, you got to have that conversation, and don't be scared like, oh, I don't want to run him off. No, you need to run him off because you don't have time to waste. You don't have time for your heart. I see you, Charity. I'm gonna pull you on in a minute. You don't have time for your heart to be played with. So you having sex thinking it's gonna make him want you or want more, you playing yourselves, and you don't have time to play with your heart like that. So don't let nobody play with your heart. You ready? Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, give me a second. Let me pull your comment back up on the screen. Okay, so the question you had was healing while dating. What was my thoughts? And so before I give my thoughts, I just kind of want you to explain or kind of go into your head on this, especially since you said that I can use you, but I don't want to use you. I want you to tell your own.
I would love to, but how come I can't see you?
You can't see me?
I just see myself.
Oh Lord.
I don't know what I did wrong. I mean,
Were you able to see? You was seeing me though before you hopped on, right?
yeah, it say I'm live in the stream though.
You are. Yep. Guys that are on, can you guys see both of us? Can you see me and Charity? I'm trying to see if I need to refresh my screen.
I mean, I don't know how this works. Hold on. Let me try. Yeah, I'm like, okay. Hold on.
You on your phone, Charity?
Yeah, is that the problem?
No, it shouldn't be.
Okay.
Guys, can you type? Can you let me know if you see both of us?
What is it if I push this button? Well, that's not it. Okay.
Okay, somebody said, okay, two people said they could see both of us. Okay, so.
I mean, I could just talk. I just don't see you. That's all. Like, I know last time we did it, I could see you and all
Right.
that stuff.
Okay, guys that are on, give me a quick second. I'm going to refresh my screen. Hopefully she can see me. It shouldn't take long. If she can't see me after I refresh, then we just gonna go on and talk since you guys say that y'all can see both of us. In the meantime,
Dang, they see me again looking
yeah,
right.
they say they see both of us. Okay, hold on.
That's so funny. Put this over here, baby. You can't see you.
Okay, so can you see me now?
No, ma'am. But that's
Okay. All right. Well, as long as they can see us, then we just gonna roll with the punches like that. You just gotta watch the black screen and imagine my pretty face behind it. So okay, in the meantime, guys, so any questions you have, please ask them in the comment section so I can get to them before I go back to the questions that was sent to me earlier. I think I only have maybe 3 more questions that was sent to me earlier to cover. So Charity, your question, healing while dating, what are my thoughts? Let's go into what are your thoughts on healing while dating.
girl. Okay. I gotta go there. Okay. So my thoughts are it's hard. You're trying to heal while you're dating, especially from your past traumas and things that you went through. It's very hard because you take a lot of that from your previous relationship into the new one, even if you forgave that person. So little things that may happen may be like a trigger for you. So the person may say something or do something, and they can mean no harm because they can literally say the exact same thing that a person did, but has a totally different, for example, say like, let's say your guy was making a joke and he called you like, "Hey, fat mama," or something like that. He can mean it like with love, just messing with you, a nickname or something. As to where if you're with someone, or that would be like trigger because that person fire you that or something or tear you down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I caught bits and pieces of that because it's like freezing, like going in and out while you're talking.
Is it better now? I moved it. I don't know
I
if that
think
helped.
so. I think so.
Okay.
Can
Well,
you repeat the Fat Ma example again?
Of all the things to say. Okay.
Because I heard that, but then it was like going in and out. So I didn't, I don't know if that's what everybody else heard or not too.
Okay. So, like, for example, you can be with someone, like, okay, say you dated somebody in your past who was like verbally abusive to you, or sorry, trying to make sure I'm in the camera.
Yeah.
Who was like verbally abusive to you, or like attacked your insecurities, things of that nature. So, like, let's say your prior partner used to like call you fat or something of that nature, or tear you down because like your weight or something, and then you get with you and that person end, you move on with your life, you finally decide to date again, and you start dating a new person. And if you haven't expressed your past traumas and hurts and things to that person, something that person may say or do could be a trigger for you. For example, what I said with the fat mom, like you could have this new person in your life and they say something, he'd be like, oh, look at you looking good, fat mama. He could have meant that as a total joke, like no harm. He's not necessarily poking at your weight or anything like that, because he was actually giving you a compliment. But due to
hey son.
Bye. Ain't no reason for you to be in that window. I don't need no help. I'm gonna laugh. Go on now. Me, Jesus. Anywho, so yeah, that person could say it and he meant no harm whatsoever. But because you've been through something traumatic with someone else, that became a trigger for you. So all of a sudden now you're like back in that headspace of what the other person said. So now you like, hey, hopefully you're able to communicate it better with that person and tell them like, hey, this and that is a trigger for me. If you don't mind refraining from saying that, or you are hopefully able to process the difference between this is a different person. This is not the same person you was just with, so you don't take certain things to offense, if that makes sense. So basically, like what I'm saying with dating while you're healing, hopefully you are at a certain point in your healing journey, because let's just be honest, you're gonna forever be in a healing process. But if you healed to a certain extent, it may not be wise to date just yet, because you can absolutely ruin something good possibly by holding on to those. Every time I move, oh Jesus, okay. By holding on to those previous hurts or triggers and things, if you haven't let those go yet and forgave that person.
Yeah. I agree. As with anything, it's levels to everything, I feel like. So, and I always say what works for you is not going to always work for somebody else. Somebody who's going through a healing may be perfectly fine in dating. But then somebody who's going through healing may go through what you're going through, to the point where it's like, I might not be ready for healing because everything you do triggers me. I think that makes the difference. I love what Brichet said. I don't know if you could see her comment. Okay. She said it's very hard, especially if you're trying to heal in that same relationship or same friendship. Absolutely.
Oh, and in that same, not with the same person, not a new person.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that what you're saying, Brichet? I don't want to look. I'm saying yes. Like, I want to make sure that's what you're saying. You're talking about with that same person who caused the trauma, right? Not the next person. And it's levels, like I say, it's levels to that, because with the example you just gave, I think that type of healing is one where you're putting your trauma onto the next person who didn't even punch you. You know what I'm saying? So you haven't healed. Okay, yeah. Brichet said yeah. So basically, the person that you're with who did the trauma, you're trying to move forward with them. You're healing, but you're still with them. And it's like I was talking to you earlier. So if you're dealing with a person who was the one that caused that trauma, you gotta have that open communication. If whether it's the guy or the female, they cannot be saying, "Ah, man, I don't want to answer this. Ah, man, you tripping. Ah, this again." Yes, this again, because I'm healing. I'm in my healing phase. And if you're choosing to stay with me, especially since you're the one that punched me, you're the one that caused the trauma, you have to be willing to go through the healing process with me. And sometimes that healing process means I'm going to ask you 1,000 questions in a day. Then tomorrow I might not ask you nothing because I'm good.
Yep.
Then come Thursday, oh shoot, something to trigger me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And oh, here it go with the questions again. So if you're choosing to stay with somebody that you hurt, you got to go through that healing with them. Ain't no room, like I was telling you earlier, there's no room for confusion, none whatsoever. You cannot leave no door of confusion open. when you're, when you're dealing with somebody that's healing from something that you did to them.
100% agree, especially if you with that person. So that's that. I feel like staying with that person makes it even harder.
Mhm.
And like for myself, example, it's like with a new person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, do I want to make this person necessarily pay for what somebody else did with the triggers? So
Yeah.
how do you communicate that? You know what I'm saying? Without looking like this complete broken person, and you don't want to necessarily apologize all the time for how you are.
Hmm.
You're not like, just going, if everything sends you off the deep end, you're not ready. But
Oh,
you know,
yes.
that's a big thing. Like if every little thing is sending you off the deep end, baby, you just need to go somewhere and heal and finish healing on your own and like self-isolation, because you aren't ready yet, because every little thing should not trigger you or send you
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
catapulting like, destruction. But I mean, like I say, that's just little things. That doesn't even have to be like relationship, like boyfriend girlfriend relationships. That can be traumas from your childhood. I mean,
Absolutely.
any trauma that you haven't healed from. And when you're with someone, whether it's a friendship, relationship, whatever, and something goes on that is a trigger for you and it sends you back, you need to have those open lines of communication with that person as well to be able to talk about it. And if you can't talk about it with this person who didn't cause you necessarily the trauma, that may not be a person for you too. Because if you're expressing to them, hey, okay, this light's about to give me a seizure. Um, you know, but if I'm looking at it in the camera and all I'm seeing is me.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's like a really big thing that people should take into consideration when dating. Where you are in your healing journey. Did you give yourself enough time to heal from the previous person? I mean, I can't put a time limit on nobody in their healing. If you
Right.
want to heal, that's on you. Some may take a year, years, whatever, months
Mhm.
you to heal, but make sure you're going through your process for yourself before you go get with someone else
Yeah.
and cause damage or further damage yourself.
Hmm. Um, I just want to say you are so pretty. um, so Erica, I love what you just said. Would you mind getting on the screen with
Okay.
me so we could discuss what you just said? Just let me know so I could, be ready to pull you up. Um, and if you want to get on the screen, the link is in the. I don't know how far you gotta scroll, but let me type it again. You can hit the link if you want to get on the screen for your comment. But
Oh,
so,
I see it now. Okay, I'm on. Look at this. Okay.
so Charity, so for what you just said, I love your cousin Matasha.
My Tasha, that's my cousin.
Montasia. Okay, I'm sorry. Look, I don't pronounce your name wrong. That's why I don't pronounce names. But Montasia, okay, what she just said, I love it. So Montasia said, I feel like until you can heal, you need to focus on yourself. Period.
And that's
But
100% correct. Because you are 100% correct. If you ain't reached a certain point of your healing, don't even try to go be with nobody else. It's going to be terrible. Now,
mhm. And I think that goes back to now again, like you said earlier, we're always healing, and we are, guys. Ain't none of us perfect. It's always something that we're going to be healing from, especially because some of us have these childhood traumas that we never even want dealt with until now in adulthood. So we're always healing. So I'm not never saying that don't date until you're fully healed, because I don't think we'll ever be fully healed with things. Life brings out different things. Okay, I'll wait for you. So once Erica gets on, then I'll just take you off, Charity.
okay.
But yeah, but I do believe like what Charity said also. If everything is triggering you, like I mean, oh my God, he took the trash out at 7:05. You wanted him to take it out at 6:55, and now you're mad. If like the smallest things are triggering you, you very well are not ready for dating. Like you
Now,
need to do exactly what Monte just said. You need to focus on yourself. The end,
yep.
because you're going to ruin somebody else because you so hurt for whatever reason. Like you bleeding on people. You guys probably seen this around before. You bleeding on people that didn't even cut you.
Yep.
So yeah.
Agreed 100% with that. Yeah, you just spreading that bad energy. Go somewhere and heal
Yep.
and move forward, especially if you actually are trying to date and like that's your goal. Now, if you just outside, that's on you.
Right.
You know, can't make you do nothing in. But even there, remember when you outside, even if you make sure you're being clear with the people you're trying to see that, hey, this ain't what I want. I'm here. That could be, you know, anything going, whatever. That's what it takes for you to heal. Just make sure you're clear with the people you're getting involved with. This is what I'm doing. I ain't trying to do nothing further, you know, blah, blah, blah. Also, I mean, yes, we can say something with words, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you don't make people feel a certain way. So even if you make people feel a certain way by your act, or make them feel that it could be more than that. And yes, as women and men, we as humans in general, potential to fall for someone's potential or how they treat you instead of what they're literally telling you. So mindful of those things, otherwise we'll get ourselves hurt. I've done that myself a few times in life, you know, like, hey, a person can tell you one thing, but their actions showing you something different. So now you're confused. So that you, if you choose to stay in that situation, it'd be wise to leave. End up hurt.
Right. Okay, so Erica says she's still trying to get on. So again, I'll wait while she's doing that. Guys that are on, like I said, it's random Q&A. Ask your questions, get the comments in the screen. I'm doing something a little different. I'm pulling people on the screen randomly that wants to get on the screen. So
cool.
You don't have to get on the screen, but again, like I said, I haven't done the in-person events yet, and sometimes I want to see y'all face. So
all in all.
Okay, so is it not letting you? Is it making you try to create an account or something, Erica, or what is it doing for you?
I had to go back in and re-download the Be Live app to do it. So that might be what it is when you send the link.
It's making you download the app. That's something new. Like at first you can click into my link and then it'll pull you on. So it's some upgrade they did making people download. You know how people try to get money, so they probably trying to get their downloads up. I hate that though. But yeah, so dang, so I can't have y'all on the screen. I'm gonna cry.
Real quick.
Yeah. Okay, so well, let me go ahead. I'll exit you off the screen, then I'll just get to the next couple of questions I got. But yeah, guys, so I only have about 3 more questions, and I guess we'll end if you guys don't have any questions for me. I wanted to be on for an hour, so I do, guys. Looks like I got about 30 more minutes. If you guys just want to throw in just some random anything, just throw them on in for me. Okay, Erica, I can, if you want to download it, that's fine. I can, I'll wait on you for that. If you click the link, it should let you download it, but it's the Be Live TV link. If you click it, it should let you download it, I would think. I don't know. I never had to click the link before. I just go off what people are telling me. Let me scroll back up. Okay, so let me get to this next question. I keep losing my questions. Give me 1 second, guys. I click off my screen. I got to go back and find my questions. Okay, here's one that somebody tagged me in something earlier. And so I'm just going to throw this on the screen a little bit. Just give my little thoughts on things. And me giving my thoughts, I'm trying to get that at the bottom of the screen to go away, and I can't. Okay, so this next one is, do you believe once a cheater, always a cheater? Okay, before I go into my thoughts, those that are on, type yes. Do you believe once a cheater, always a cheater, or type no? I'm going to give you guys a few seconds before I go into my thoughts on that. And then in the meantime, Erica is trying to get on. I really want to tackle her comment. It's a really good one. Yep, Brashane, Gary, I agree with y'all. I definitely agree with y'all. I wish what I should have done when somebody tagged me on that post earlier, I should have wrote down like majority of the stuff so I can go back and like just kind of not say who the people were, but to just kind of read off a transcript of some of the comments that was on there. And it was interesting. I could see everybody's view. I could see the yes part of it, and I could see the no part of it. Don't know, leave her alone. Don't tell her to get off. I like when she on. I love her mindset. Her comments be on point. My Tasia said, I definitely used to think that once a cheater, always a cheater, but people can definitely change, at least from my experience. Yeah. The comments were interesting on that post. It was almost like you can see the people who are hurt and still holding on to that hurt. Charity said it depends on the relationship. It definitely does. But yeah, you can see the people who was hurt and then holding on to that hurt, and you can see people who have been cheated on but have let go of that hurt. You notice the difference in the comments. And my only thing to that, for the people who believe that once a cheater, always a cheater, I feel like there's a healing there that you guys need to have, because it's not true. And I'm going to say it's not true because I know personally people who have done it before, and then literally it's not their track record, to cheat. So they've done it before based on the season of their life that they were in, but the relationship that they got in after they found themselves or whatever, they literally have been faithful throughout. It was actually a guy on there who said different people bring out different results in a person. And it's so true. Like, even if the person you cheated on, you're still with, if that man or woman who was the cheater, if you've gone through a season of where you just unhappy, you're trying to find yourself, even within your relationship, you're trying to find yourself. Now, your spouse, girlfriend, or boyfriend could be the best person there is, but if you're in an unhappy mental space and emotional space, it does not matter how good of a person that is to you. You may very well cheat. Some people don't cheat when they go through that. Some people go through drinking. Some people go through drugs. Some people go through stealing. It's various things people go through. And so I don't like to bash the cheater, because it's one of those things where I should have wrote this Bible scripture down. But it's basically like you need to get the speck out of your own, or the plank out of your own eye before you try to get the speck out of mine. It's one of those things where your sin is no better than my sin. We all sin. We all have different sins. So somebody may be dealing with, and I'm not taking the situation light. Hey, Erica, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull you on the screen. But your screen is gray. I don't know if you can see me, but I can't see you. But it does show that you're trying to get on. You might want to refresh. I don't know if you're on your phone or not. Okay, I see you now. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull you on the screen. Gosh, I lost my train of thought. So once somebody help me. What was I saying? I just feel like one sin is no greater than the other sin. And I don't want to downplay cheating, because it's a major thing. It hurts the heart. It's embarrassing. But I do want to say, don't place people in a box. Don't feel like God can fix you and your sin, but he just gonna get rid of somebody else and they sin, like they just gonna go to hell for the rest of their life. They can't never change. So I might be a liar, I might be stealing, I may be secretly doing drugs to ease whatever pain I have, but I believe God can fix me. I believe God can change me. But this person cheated on they girlfriend, they boyfriend, they spouse. They ain't gonna never change. They gonna always be a cheater. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm a firm believer that people do change. And for those that are spiritual, you already know, first of all, you can't change a person. It's only God that's going to change them. And it's him changing their heart. So no matter what, you can change your actions all day long. But if your heart is still a cheater, you're going to be a cheater. But I believe God can change the heart of man. So I believe once a cheater, always a cheater is not correct. Okay. Yes, my Tasia. She said, "Ain't nobody perfect. Shit happens, y'all." I cussed. She said, "Shit happens in a relationship, and that's how people grow together as a team." Absolutely. I'm not gonna tell nobody to stay once they got cheated on, but I'm also not gonna tell nobody to leave. Like, you may be able to handle cheating, and I can't. So some people, they have gotten better. They have grown through the cheating. They've, worked that thing out to where now they are stronger than people who don't get cheated on. So yes, my Tasia, I agree with that. Okay, so let me pull you, Erica, on the screen, and then I'm gonna scroll back up and find your comment. Okay, so you're on the screen. Can you see me?
No, ma'am.
Oh my God. Shirley couldn't see me either. I don't know what's going on. Are you on your mobile phone?
Yes.
I wonder if that's starting to be the issue then. The mobile phone. I'm gonna have to inbox the software people and kind of let them know what's going on with that. So if you don't mind, just talk to the black screen and then just gray screen, whatever it is.
I mean, I see myself, so.
Yeah. Okay, well, just talk to yourself and listen to my voice and imagine how pretty I am, and so.
I saw you. I saw you.
Okay, all right. So let me get your question on the screen. It's long, so guys that are viewing, you can't see her question all the way, but I'm going to read it off before she get into her comment, and then as we're talking, please get your questions in. Okay, cool, Brashay. As long as you guys see both of us, it's cool. I guess people that are coming on with their mobile phone, they can't see us. I don't know why and what's the issue, but we can hear each other, so we good. Thank you, my Taj. And you know what? And I love when you guys come back and she said thank you because she, I love these kind of talks. I do too. I feel like these kind of talks is what help us heal and what help us grow. Sometimes we may be in a mindset where we just going through it and we just believe something is a certain way. But hearing it from somebody else, it helps us kind of change our mindset to a more positive mindset. So yes, I love these talks too, girl, and I'm so glad you come in. I love when y'all interact with me. But okay, so let's go back to Erica's comment. Let me scroll back up. Hold on. Because it's long, so I gotta go find it because it's not all showing on the screen.
I'm sorry, okay. I tried to sum it up.
It's good. I type long. I love it. So okay, so she said for me it's hard. I'm seeing some of the same cycles I saw in the previous person. I was told I can't think it's all going to be the same just because it seems the same, and I called BS. We all know what BS means. So that was speaking on the whole healing while dating part, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can you just elaborate a little more on what you were saying?
Yeah. So without saying too much, let's just say I done probably been through enough. I've been through it all. So I done been cheated on plenty of times. So like I'm telling a specific person, like, dude, like you not gonna fool me. Like I done heard it all. Mm-hmm. I done heard all the excuses. I done heard it all. I'm at work. I'm sorry. I fell asleep. Like I've been there. I've been in this seat. I understand. Hell, I done been sat right next to a person and they telling somebody that they not where they're telling somebody that they're somewhere where they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't supposed to be right here, so I ain't finna say this. And I'm like, okay, so, and I just remember everything that I done been through, everything that I done, you know what I'm saying? Everything that I done heard. And I'm like, nah, like, so you telling me the only time you're able to talk to me is this time through that time, but you can't talk to me during certain hours because more than likely that's when you're at home with your family. I know.
Right. Yeah. So based off that, what you said with as far as the healing during the dating part, how do you?
Well, I would say like seeing some of the similar things. Like I feel like maybe it could just be a coincidence, but at the same time, because I'm healing, because you know what I'm saying, that's just what I just went through. I'm not necessarily gonna be like, okay, well, maybe this could be it. I'm gonna be like, nah. Like I said, I call BS. Like I know what this is. I've been through this before. Yeah. I'm gonna think that this was you on the same stuff the last person was on.
Mm-hmm. I see both sides of that. So Gary is a guy, obviously. But he said don't hold it against the next guy because what the other guys did.
And I try my best. And like I even said that, like I don't want to put all guys in the same box, but it's really hard when I done heard some of the same stuff before. I'm like, I want to be shown different. I want to see something different. I don't want to think y'all all the same. But if situations continue to seem like the same, that's going to be hard.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. Gary also said he could be at work for them hours. So I'm gonna just say this, because I spoke at an event yesterday, a Valentine's event, and I was the one that prepared all the questions for everybody. And I love to hear the guys that spoke on this particular part. They did say you got to know what type of guy you're dealing with. First of all, so if you're dealing with a guy that's kind of 9 to 5 and you kind of know his hours, you know his routine, and then you're getting BS, movements like you did, then you can call BS like you said, and it's exactly what Brashay said. It sounds fishy. So if I know you a 9 to 5, you ain't got nothing that's going on, you don't got no kids, or you just literally have nothing but that job going on, then it's kind of easy to call something BS because it does seem fishy. But for what the guys were saying yesterday, and to piggyback off Gary with the hours, if you're dealing with a guy, first of all, who has a lot going on, so whether he may be a sports coach, he may have his own business along with working a 9 to 5, and he may have kids outside of you. If you're dealing with a person like that, then sometimes you do have to step back out of yourself and not be so quick to say, oh, it's fishy, you ain't got no time for me, what's up with that? And then you have to realize, if you're dealing with a guy like that, hey, am I ready to date? Maybe I do need to back up and not date at all. Or if I'm dating somebody who works them long hours, got a business, he do got kids that he got to give his time to outside of me, then you got to look at yourself and say, hey, I need to pick up some hobbies. I need to pick up a business, something to occupy my time, so I won't be so focused on this man texting me and calling me at a certain time or talking so many long hours, that type of thing. So
yeah, but I mean, I feel like as a mom, I have a toddler and I have a school age kid. Yeah. I feel like as a mom, I work. You know what I'm saying? After work, I got diapers to change. I got to cook dinner. I got to get baths done. I have a lot that I have to do. So no, we ain't got to sit up on the phone because I don't have time for that myself. But I should be able to hear from you, hey, sorry, I got caught up. You know what I'm saying? Something. Something. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like something. Yeah. But if I hear from you at 3:00 in the afternoon, I don't hear from you again until tomorrow, that seems fishy to me.
Yeah. And it does seem real fishy. Like I said, it's one of those things where you got to know the type of guy you're dealing with. Sometimes what's fishy is not fishy. It's just part of your healing, that you're going through. Gary said assumption is one of the lowest forms of knowledge. And I'm going to say this. So I don't deal with the assumptions in people I date. I'm not in a relationship, so I can't really say in my relationship. But I deal with the assumption thing with the friendships. And it is really a lowest form of knowledge because with assumptions, we create situations that's not even there. And we create situations based off our past trauma.
I'm guilty.
So healing is definitely important because along with that healing, now I wouldn't be okay either with I talk to you at 3:00 or I text you or call you at 3:00 and you ain't respond at all until the next day. Yeah, that I can't, I don't think I'd go for that either. But then it is one of those things you got to kind of know where you're at with this person. If you're first meeting a guy or you guys are not, built solid, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you show me what you are, you show me what you're doing, cool. I'm not gonna reach out again, or I'm just gonna I'm gonna be so busy to where, Gary, creating bigger problems. I'm gonna be so busy wrapped up in me self-healing, working with, doing stuff with my kids. Like I said, if you got a business or a brand, doing that. If you're in schooling, I'm gonna be so busy focusing on me, getting me together, to where it's not gonna bother me that you didn't respond, because you the one gonna lose out, not me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna hurt my feelings. You're not gonna have me sitting there at home dwelling on, dang, why he didn't call, what he doing, who he with, what, it's just you creating those questions in your head when really you should be putting that energy towards your kids or yourself or something, more positive, especially if you're going through a healing journey.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, and that's another thing, Brashay. So Brashay said people make time for who and what they want.
Right.
And they do. Let me tell you what two of the guys on the panel yesterday said about that. Now they said this is the thing, we do make time for who and what we want, but this is what you got to realize: when you got a person, whether that's man or woman, that literally is like trying to build a foundation, finding themselves, especially if they got a brand, especially if they doing extracurricular, hobbies, coaching, or counseling, anything that takes up time outside of they 9 to 5. You can't have the mindset. I wish I recorded it so I could like post it, because I know I'm misquoting a lot of that's what they said, but it was two guys, and they were like, if I'm trying to build my foundation to where I'm stable enough to give you the time that you want and the energy that you want, then either you're going to be patient enough with me and walk through that journey with me, or you're going to realize that we are not for each other. But they said, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to keep arguing about the same thing over and over, especially when I'm building a foundation. And they both said, what you got to realize is I can't, if I'm not to my best self as a man, if I'm not to my best self, if I don't feel like my money right, if I don't feel like I can be the man you need me to be as that provider or even a healer or protector, then I can't give you what you want. So either you got to be the one to decide, hey, I'm going to back up out of this because this ain't what I want, or you're going to be the one to decide, you know what, I see what you're doing, I'm with it, I rock with you. While you working on you and doing that, I'm going to work on me and do my thing. And if it's meant to be, if you're meant to be with me, we're going to come back and we're going to rock together heavy. Does that make sense? Or
it makes perfect sense, but I also feel like that's communication too, though.
Definitely.
Like that's communication. Because you can see if a man, you can see it if a man ain't feeling right, if a man money ain't right, you know what I'm saying? If a man got a lot of stuff going on, as well as being a black man, period. You can see that. If it, personally, me, I'm going to know, okay, well, you can't be everything that I need you to be for me right now because you can't even be that for yourself.
Yeah.
So that I can get that. I can understand that. But what I can't get with is the perpetrating. Don't act like you got everything going on. You got this and that going on. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You won't even communicate with me to let me know that. And then because that's going to cause more problems.
Yeah.
I could be very understanding, and a lot of times I tell people all the time, I'm more understanding than you can think. I'm more understanding than you can believe. I understand when a man, when his money ain't right, his finances ain't right. You know what I'm saying? He got other stuff going on. I understand that his mind ain't gonna be together. So there's no way that he could be anything for me if he can't even be it for himself.
Yeah. See, a lot of women, I like how you said that, because a lot of women, I'm telling you, they don't think like that. They take what Brashay said, which is so true, Brashay, but it's deeper than just people make time for, what and who they want. But they take that literally and just be like, they create problems. And that be my thing with women. Listen, you have a choice. If he's not giving you what you want, especially if y'all not married, if he's not giving you what you want, what you need, he's not fulfilling his part of the bargain, why are you there? Let it go. Move on. It's plenty, what they say, it's plenty of fish in the sea. It's plenty, it's people out there that you don't have to train in that part. Communicate with me. Or if you're communicating, he not just gonna up and just, oh my God, you get on my nerves. You always da 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 da. He's gonna be understanding as well, and he gonna try to hear your side and try to make the necessary changes. So yeah, I think especially in dating, I think we hold on to people and we shouldn't, and we try to make them be what we want them to be, and we hurt ourselves, because what you holding on for? Y'all not even official. You have no
Right.
reason to hold on, you know. So yeah, so that's kind of that. Did you want to add anything else to?
I don't think so.
No?
I mean, I didn't. I There's a lot that I could go into, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah. And it's a lot, like I said, these conversations are so needed. Like they need to be had so often. You know, a lot of us were dealing with these things, and hearing it from somebody else's side, you know, we
Hmm.
can get deliverance or help. A lot of you guys, y'all don't realize it, but when y'all comment back to the things y'all saying, y'all helping me just as much. So, you know, I love the interaction. Gary, you know what? I was on Plenty of Fish. I'm not gonna lie. Like maybe a couple years after my divorce was final, I was on Plenty of Fish. It's not my thing. I can't do the online thing. There's so many fake people. Look, perpetrators, like Erica said, there was so many perpetrators on there. I don't do
Yes.
those dating apps. But okay, I'm gonna go on and let you click off. Thank you for joining me on the screen. You are so
Yes, ma'am.
pretty.
Oh, thank you. Now look at this.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Okay, guys. So if you got questions, get them in. I think I have two more questions to go over that people sent me in. I'm loving the comments and questions that you guys have already sent or said in the caption. I'm loving them. Uh, bear with me. This system has updated, so it's like hard to go back and find my questions in the places that I left off at. So bear with me while I find them. Did anybody have anything to say to the whole "Do you believe once a cheater, always a cheater"? Did anybody want to get on the screen, speak on that a little bit, or you know anything? Montage, you met your Maka scope? What Maka space? I ain't never heard of that. Would anybody else like to get on the screen? And I'm not against. Let me say that I'm not against online dating. I'm not against it because I believe you can find your husband, your wife, um, girlfriend or boyfriend for those that don't want to get married. I believe you can find your partner anywhere. So that's at the store, the gas station, in the DMV. You can find them at school, at your job. You can find them on Facebook, um, anywhere. So I'm not against online dating. It's just, oh my God, the stories I had with it, child. I'm gonna stay away from that. Mocha space, MySpace. Oh my God, is it MySpace? I ain't never heard of Mocha space. Is it still around? Cause maybe I'll try that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's MySpace. Okay. Again, I know I'm sounding repetitive like a broken record, but get your questions in because I am going to get on off here in a few. My hour is coming up. And if nobody that want to speak on the whole, do you believe once a cheater, always a cheater, then I'm gonna move on to the next question. Okay, Gary, no, she say it's not MySpace. Oh, okay, I ain't never heard of that. Mocha space, okay. Now I'm finna Google that when I get off, y'all. If they still around, I might create an account. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so the next question that asked was, how do you learn to protect your peace? Now, again, what works for you is not gonna work for somebody else. I'm still in the learning process, as Charity know, on how to protect my peace personally. I've been through, man, it's just so much going on, and then my presence on social media is needed because of my brand. So I'm constantly having to be on here, and it's so draining. One of my biggest things I find with protecting my peace is when it comes to my social media posts. I have so many people that are getting offended by my social media posts. I have so many people making it seem like I'm speaking on them, on my post. And it's draining for me because I find myself trying to explain myself to people. And I'm like, Gary said, a woman will cut a man's legs from under him, but as a man, he has to be willing to stand alone. Gary, do you want to get on the screen and speak on that? Let me know. But yeah, Brashay, I'm definitely learning, especially with my brand. And I had to tell people, and I talk to Charity a lot, but I had to tell people like, listen, why you are not to say it like this, but baby, you are not that important to where I'm picking on you to make a post about you. I'm a life and relationship coach. So the things that I post about, a lot of them are my own learned lessons. A lot of them are, yeah, make him get on the screen. Let me send the link again. I'll say the link is in the comment section. I keep getting thrown off, y'all. But yeah, so my posts are not about you. You're not that important for me to be posting about you. So my whole thing with people is protect your peace. If you are following somebody who you're bothered by, who you always feel like is posting something controversial that you can't stand, why are you following them? Why are you keeping up with them? Protect your peace and unfollow them. Protect your peace and unfriend or block them. Why do you do that to yourself? Like, I've never been that type of person. A part of me protecting my peace is if I feel like you're steadily targeting me or you're steadily making be something that is not, especially when it comes to my post and knowing that this is my brand, this is my baby, this is where I'm making my money. And, it's not my main source of income, but it's still my brand, it's still my money. If you're making something an issue for me and you're steadily messing with my peace, trying to make me be something that I'm not, I have to unfollow you. Not only unfollow you, if it gets crazy, I'm going to unfriend and I'm going to block you. That's how I protect my peace. And I move on because there's too many more people out here who are here to really help you in your personal journey, whatever journey that is you are in your life. Maybe you don't have a brand. Maybe you're just this person. You're trying to be a better woman, a better wife. You're trying to be a better husband, a better man. You don't need people who, especially on social media, that you're following that's steadily attacking any and everything you do or any and everything you say. Protect your peace by blocking, unfriending, and unfollowing these folks. Meditation. I don't know. Everybody got a different God that they serve. I don't get into this religion thing, so I'm not going to speak on whose God is right, whose God is wrong. That ain't on me. I feel like if meditating, praying, going to church, using your crystals, talking to your ancestors, whatever it is that brings you peace, I'm not going to get involved in that, and I'm not going to judge that. Thank you, Brashay. My whole goal is to be a peaceful a peaceful person and learn to encourage other people, learn to help people grow in their daily life. I don't need people around me that's, again, like I talked about the sins earlier. You find out something about somebody and now you feeling like they not worthy. Now you feeling like you got to go discredit them or whatever it is. Like, we are placed on earth to help the next person get to their next level. So if anybody is in your life and they're not helping you get to your next level, they're bashing you, they're being messy, they steadily speaking on you, trying to get other people to knock you down, baby, those are not your people. You got to protect your peace. So doing your meditation, your praying, whatever it is you got to do to protect your peace, get to that so you can be the person that's at peace within themselves. That's gonna help somebody else. That's the end goal, helping somebody else be their best self. And so that's what we all should be trying to work towards. Gary said people would try their best to steal your joy and peace just because you're doing good for yourself. Absolutely. And it's like, then they will make you feel bad for doing what's best for you. It's like, I made a post the other day because I got people, I'm just saying, I got people attacking my character. I got people attacking me like, how you gonna be a life and relationship coach? You divorced, you did things in your past that you shouldn't even be speaking on relationships. Baby, I learned from that stuff, and what happened in the past made me who I am today. So I am a life and relationship coach. If that bothers you, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Like, how you mad at somebody else's confidence? It's enough confidence out here for everybody. Go get yours. You shouldn't be worried about mine. Go get your confidence. Go get your self-love. Go get your good life. Go do something that's good for you. Oh, thank you, Brashay. Thank you, Brashay. So that's the thing. I feel like I don't know the saying. If somebody know it, help me out. But it's like it's meat in something that everybody else says, but because the person that's cooking the food, you don't like them or agree with them, you won't even take the meat to grow. So it's like you throwing the baby out with the bath water. No, don't throw the baby out with the bath water. Take the advice that the person is giving, apply it to your life. What applies to you, take it, eat it, wear the shoe, tie it up, lace it, whatever you got to do, stomp in it, whatever you got to do. If it don't apply, let it fly. I follow somebody now and they say the door works both ways. If it don't apply, open the door and get out. You don't have to follow these people. You don't have to listen to the advice that they give. You don't have to follow their business, their brand. You don't have to agree with what type of brand they got going on. I'm just used for advice. Somebody mounting TVs. Now somebody else mounting TVs. Now you like, oh, now everybody want to mount TVs. Yes. Why you worry about somebody who mounts TVs? Like, do you want to mount TVs? Go mount TVs. Like, what's I don't get it. I don't understand it. But I'm at a point in my life, I'm protecting my peace by any means necessary. Listen, your opinion about me ain't got nothing to do with me. That's on you. That's on your whatever your personal journey is. But I'm gonna protect my peace. So that means if you're steadily attacking me in any kind of way, you gotta go, baby. I'm gonna block you because you got some self-healing that you need to do. You got some things that you need to work on. Don't follow me if I'm a problem to you. Protect your peace by any means necessary. If I disturb your peace, protect it. Block me. I have no issue with that because trust me, my block list has been getting long. So I don't have a problem with you blocking me if I disturb your peace. Do what's best for you. Yes, Montage, it's enough money out here to go around. Yes. Like, why you worry about somebody mounting TVs or how many people in the mountain TV business or how many people starting a boutique? Baby, if you want to do it, go do it. You don't have to critique nobody else. Even with the relationships, it's this thing. I know it's all fun and jokes. You know, I don't want to be serious all the time, but I know people do the whole. When Valentine's Day came around, they was making jokes about, I hope your Valentine is the same person that you had the matching pajamas with. It was funny, you know, some of the comments saying it, hee hee ha ha, yeah, we laugh. But on a serious note, why is that your business? Why you worry about if my Valentine is the same person I had matching pajamas with? If you don't like me switching up my dudes, if you don't like me switching up my women, unfollow me. Protect your peace if you're bothered. Block me, whatever you got to do. Like, mind your business. Go find some business, something. But Gary, you never answered my question. I asked if you want to get on the screen and speak on what you said. But Shay said you do. But do you guys have any random questions? Any more comments to anything? I'm trying to look. I have two more questions, and then I'm ending it live. Exactly, Gary. That's simple. It's real simple. So simple. All you gotta do is use your finger, your index finger, unfollow, block, unfriend. Okay, so the next question was, can you handle your hair not cut? Boy. Okay, so it's like, can you handle other people's weakness without throwing them under the bus? So I didn't even realize this question was coming up next. It kind of goes with what I just was speaking on. A lot of people are so quick to bash somebody else, speak on their sins or their weakness, post about it, especially when you fall out. Lord Jesus. You're so quick to be that type of person, but then you wonder why nobody wants to talk to you. You wonder why people don't want to. They make a post, you're like, oh, what happened? What's wrong, girl? Tell me what's wrong. I don't want to talk to you because I see every time you get into it with your friends, you throw them on the bus. You post something about them on Facebook. You go live about them on Facebook. I'm not going to tell you my business. Can you handle another person's weakness without throwing them under the bus? This is why I consider myself, and this is why I went and got certified. I'm a life coach. I'm a relationship coach. You're not going to get nobody else's business, not from the mouth of Brandy. I don't trust people like that. You're not going to go back and say, Brandy told you nothing about nobody else. Not when it comes to throwing that person under the bus or telling you something, it's one of their darkest secrets. Now, if I'm giving you my testimony or what happened to me in the situation, that's different. It's my testimony. You can't tell me how to tell my testimony or how to not tell my testimony. I'm telling you about the situation I was in. But to just tell somebody about somebody else's business as far as, yeah, did you know such as was messing with such as, or oh, such as getting a divorce? Oh, did you know this person had this STD? Did you know that? You're not gonna find that from me. You're not gonna find it from me. And I have to protect my brand, first of all. I am a life coach. I'm a relationship coach. I cannot be out here messing and doing that type of stuff. You're not gonna find that from me. Or you that type of person. Even without having a brand, even without having a counselor title, therapist title, life coach title. Can you handle somebody else's weakness without throwing them under the bus, especially when you get mad? Guys, that's something to think about, especially in your relationships. You sit here mad at your boyfriend, your partner, your spouse, whoever, and then you want to post about them on Facebook, then you mad when people don't like him or her. But you done just went and told all their weakness because you mad at them. Those are things you guys got to think about. Going on to my last question. Gary, don't nobody care about your hair not being cut. Your wife love you however you are. That's the only person you should be trying to please with your looks anyway. Now, I really did want you to speak on that, though. That was good. Let me go back up. Well, can you at least type, since you don't want to get on the screen, can you at least type something? I just feel like it was going to be long to type. That's why I wanted to put you on the screen. But can you like explain a little bit when you said a woman would cut a man's legs from under him, but as a man, he has to be willing to stand alone. That's deep. So I really did want you to explain it more. But if you don't want to get on the screen, can you at least type it? So this is the last question, guys. And then I'm going to be closing out so I can go watch my next Netflix show. Somebody told me watch Malcolm and Marie. They said that's going to give me a lot more topics to speak on and tackle. So I'm going to go watch that when I get off of here. But it says, do women love harder? Do you guys think women love harder? My personal opinion, just from observation, I don't think women love harder. I just believe they love differently. I'm going to say it again. I don't think women love harder. I just believe they love differently. I think women fall in love too fast at times. And so sometimes that's why it seems like we love harder. I also think we give our hearts to people who never even proved that they deserved it. So that's another reason why I feel like women feel like we love harder and we don't. So because we love too fast at times and because we quickly give our heart to people who don't deserve it, that's the reason why I say they don't love harder. We just love differently. Men fall in love too and get hurt just as easily as women do, but they don't. Personal opinion, I don't feel like they fall in love with everyone that they talk to, but I think women kind of fall in love with everybody they talk to. So that's kind of why it seems like women love harder and men don't. So, but I don't necessarily agree with women love harder, men don't. My Tasia, before I close out, what makes you say women love harder? And also, did you want to get on the screen to answer that or no? Because that is the last question, so I will be closing out after this. I'm just waiting on you to comment. Oh, Gary, you want to go on? This Saturday I have a masquerade ball. Let me can you pick another day for me? Because you and Brashay are supposed to do a panel with me anyway. So I'm waiting on you guys to pick your topic so I can pull you both on. Of course, we got to do the flyer and everything. But for that comment alone, Gary, let me write that down because I know I ain't gonna remember. But for that comment alone, just to get on and speak on that comment, it ain't got to be like even a long broadcast. But I do think it's something that should be spoke on. So can you pick another day for that? Friday? Friday, what time? Let me check my calendar. What time Friday? So, Brashay, you and him are supposed to do a panel with me, but you guys got to come up with a topic together that you agreed on, and then we can get that on the schedule. But the one he's talking about for Friday, that's going back to the comment where he said, let me scroll back up. Where he said a woman will cut a man's legs from under him, but as a man, he has to be willing to stand alone. So this one is just strictly on that particular comment. So if you want to go on Friday, Gary, let me know what time, and I can pencil that in. No, y'all can't talk about it together. Y'all got to come up with a different topic together. Unless the topic you choose together speaks on something like that. But we won't be able to do that this Friday because when I do those type of panels, I like to have a flyer that we post like at least a week in advance. Unless Brashay, because it looks like he need his wife, which is wonderful. So unless he want to come on this Friday on that topic and then you just be pulled on together just to speak from a woman's view. If you want to do that, we can do that this Friday. It don't have to, like I say, it don't have to be long because it's just one comment we're gonna speak on. But I do want other people to be able to view what you guys are saying. So just let me know. Okay, Gary. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out, guys. Don't forget my Regaining Your Femininity event next Saturday. It's $10. It's for men and women. That's why I got a man coming on to speak so he can kind of hit to us like, hey, this is what men love. This is why you got to get back to being a softer woman and not a masculine woman. So the event is for men as well. So $10. I'll add you to the group. And we're going to go on next Saturday. And Gary or Brashay, because Gary ain't going to do it, Brashay. He be forgetting. Can you inbox me what time he want to go on? Or you guys both want to be there for this Friday so I can write it down in my calendar so I won't book nothing else for that. Just inbox me and let me know. And then hopefully I will see you guys back on Friday. Talk to you later.